What's going on, my friends with low GPAs? I have a low GPA and this video is for you, and I wish I had a video like this when I was your age. So GPAs are still important, unfortunately, right? Companies still judge you by your GPA. They still kind of bucket you, compare you with other people because of your GPA. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to change that. But what you can change is your GPA and why it is the way it is. So first thing is GPAs are important, and like I said, companies still, consider them necessary. But in the future, I think GPAs are going to become super irrelevant. Most companies will not care about the GPA. They will care about other things. But before we even get to that part, I want you guys to first figure out, why is your GPA low, right? You guys all know my GPA. My GPA was 3.0. It was a lot lower than, the 3.0 before, but my final graduation one was 3.02, I think, or 3.01. But anyways, it was 3.0. And 3.0 is not a good GPA. But having said that, even with that GPA, I was able to work at Morgan Stanley and Houlihan Lokey and Google and got rehired at Morgan Stanley again and became a VP. Point is, I figured it out. Now, was I lucky? Yes. I think 99% of it is luck. But there was a lot of other things, a lot of blocking and tackling that I had to do to get through that. And many employers have rejected me, interviews, rejected me from offers because of my GPA. And I don't want you guys to go through that same hurdle and same issues. So the first thing I want you to understand is figure out, why is your GPA low? And all of you know why your GPA is low. So I'm talking to you right now. Why is your GPA low? Write it down. Think about it. Is it because you're in a program that you don't really enjoy? Wasn't your choice? Mom and dad wanted you to be an engineer or a doctor, and that's why you're in that program. You're not really passionate about it. Or is it because you're taking courses that you just don't love and you're not been working hard? Or it could be you're just not working hard. You're just a lazy fool who sits around, plays video games, which I think is a good thing. I love playing video games, or used to, not anymore, right? So figure out, why is your GPA low? And once you figure that piece out, that's when you can actually make changes. For me, if I had answered that question back in the day, I would be like, oh, because I'm pursuing aerospace engineering, which I didn't want to do. I did it because that's what, brown kids did, and maybe still do. And I was forced by my parents and the culture around us. Then I was taking courses and I was part of a major which was all because of ego, right? You want to be in engineering, then you got to take the toughest engineering because that's what makes you cool. That's what, is what the cool kids do. You don't just take some industrial engineering or some sort of basic computer science. You go for the toughest stuff because that's what real people are made of. Now that's the flaw in that thinking. That's where ego it comes in, and that's where ego needs to be dropped and killed. So I wish I had quit out of aerospace engineering. I wish I had taken easier courses. So here's what I want you to figure out. Go write down why you have a low GPA, why you think you have a low GPA. Once you've written that down, here's what I want you to do. First thing I want you to do is to start taking easier courses. Stop taking advanced calculus and wing simulation and advanced accounting and super deep financial analysis and really difficult courses that you'll never use. All of the knowledge that I've learned in my aerospace engineering career, or not career, I would say my degree, I don't use it. Not even a single bit. I don't even know if you told me like, hey, can you measure the angle of a triangle? I actually had to measure an angle of a triangle recently. Couldn't do it. I had to go to Google, figure out the right formula for it, and use Google to help me figure out the angle of a triangle. Back in the day, I could do it like this. So don't take courses just because they sound cool, they sound advanced and all that, unless you want to go into academia and all those things. Take easier courses, right? Nobody cares what courses you've taken. When someone looks at your GPA on your resume, nobody's like, okay, so that's a 3.8 GPA. How did you get that? What are the courses you took? Nobody cares about that. But if you take easier courses, you can actually increase your chance of getting a higher GPA. And people care about what? A higher GPA. So if you're taking advanced calculus, advanced math, advanced this, advanced that, kill it. Don't take it. Take the easiest course, right? For example, I tell students this. If you are a professional at Mandarin, let's say you're from China or you speak Mandarin and you just are fluent in Mandarin, go take beginner's Mandarin. Pad your GPA. Nobody's going to question you. Go crush it. Be the best beginner Mandarin student while knowing Mandarin fully. That's how you get a higher GPA. That's number one. So take easier courses. Take as many easier courses that are allowed. Take history. Take things that you're passionate about that are not technical, right? Now, that's number one. Number two, If you're not part of the right major or program, that could be another reason why you have a low GPA. I was part of aerospace engineering, like I said, and that was the wrong major for me. That was the wrong degree for me. Go do a degree that is easier to do. People, for example, in these industries that you want to break into, say, investment banking, consulting, tech, any of these industries, historically, they would require people who had a certain technical background for that industry. If you want to join accounting, you must have some sort of accounting degree. If you want to join finance, you needed to have a finance background, right? And all that. But these days, I'll be honest with you, people from English majors, history majors, poli-sci, arts and sciences, commerce, every sort of major, engineering, break into all of these industries. And that specific skill set of what you learn in school is not relevant anymore. Back in the day it was, because it tested you and all that. But now, everybody's mostly smart. Everybody can do the job, and the job itself isn't hard. You don't need that previous knowledge to do the job. You can learn the job literally within a month. So employers aren't really caring about, hey, did this person study economics or not? Did this person study strategy or not? Did this person, take finance or not? They know you can learn it like this. And you can learn it over a weekend. I never took finance in my life. I was an analyst, associate, and VP in investment banking, right? How? Because I learned it on my own. And things that I didn't know, I figured it out. It's not that difficult, guys. So if you are in a major or pursuing a degree that is not for you, right? You're not passionate about it, you don't go to class for it, you're not excited about it, and you're just in it because mom, dad, uncle, auntie, your older sister told you to do it, please pull the plug, quit, find a different degree. There's a lot of other degrees that are a lot easier, much better for you, that you can actually do and pursue, and you would actually get a higher GPA if you did that. Number 3, now that you figured out the courses and the education, what I want you to do, you're still part of the, a university environment. What I want you to do is when people look at a GPA and they see a low GPA, they can get distracted by it and they can be like, oh, this person has a low GPA, let's ignore the rest of the resume. But what if the rest of the resume had a lot of other amazing things, a lot of other things that you've involved yourself in? So number 3, get involved. You're on campus not just to get an education. You're on campus to meet other people. You're on campus to learn other new skills, be part of other clubs, do extracurricular activities, join a sports team, all of those things. Do these other interesting things which elevate your branding, elevate your overall brand in front of an employer. So when they do see a 3.4, 3.5 GPA, they'd be like, oh, wait a minute, she's also part of the volleyball team. Oh, he's also part of the chess team. Oh, wow, he's also part of this and that. Involve yourself in all these other things, rise in those organizations to get a leadership position. That's going to showcase to the employer, wow, this person is a multi-dimensional person, right? So again, another example I give people is, let's say I get 2 resumes from Harvard. One resume is a 4.0 GPA, right, but nothing else. The other resume is a 3.6 GPA, but oh man, like captain of the volleyball team, started a blockchain club on campus, then started a small business on the side, blah, blah, blah. Guess which one I'm hiring? I'm not hiring the 4.0 GPA because that person's boring. That person just sat in the university library, practiced a bunch of test papers and exams and got a 4.0. Not someone I want. But this person who's involved herself in a lot of different things on campus, learned a lot more, built a much wider network, is a much more interesting person. That's the person that I am hiring. So that's number 3, get involved. Number 4, and this is near and dear to my heart, go start something new. Go build something from scratch, right? Something that doesn't exist. It's beyond the platform. Meaning, go start a small business. Go start a Shopify store. Go start a travel channel on YouTube. Do whatever you're passionate about that is beyond the status quo, beyond the beaten path. That's going to differentiate you. Sometimes it's too late to change your GPA because maybe you're a junior or a senior in college and it's just hard because it's too late to change courses and majors and all that. But what you can do, because you have time, is to build something brand new and make that a success. Get people to start ignoring your low GPA and start looking more at all the amazing things you've done. For me, when I was an undergrad, that's what I did. I started a photography business. Now, photography is not a business like an investment banking job, right? It's creative, and I love photography. Actually, the camera that I'm using and the lens that I'm using is from those days. It's 15, 16 years old. Now, build something by yourself that's uniquely you. That's going to differentiate you because people can be like, wow, this person actually created this from scratch, from nothing, and built it, made it successful, hired a bunch of people, outsourced a bunch of work, had some revenue, had some costs, learned how to get sales done, learned how to do marketing, figured out how to set up a business, all of those things. Those things when you start from scratch make you or set yourself apart from so much from the competition that people are like, holy shit, this person is so much more interesting, and I'm okay ignoring their 3.3 GPA or 3.4 GPA. So do that. So in conclusion, team, if you have a GPA, which you do probably right now because that's where you're watching this video, don't let it go low. If it is low, figure out why it's low. And if it is low, it's most likely you're taking tough courses. Don't do that. You're in the wrong major, change it. You're not doing enough things on campus to spread your brand and get involved in a bunch of things. Make sure you do. And if you can't find a club that you love, start your own club, right? How do you think all these 300 clubs on campus got started? Number 4, start something yourself, beyond the school, something that's uniquely you. Once you do these things, it's gonna help divert the attention of the employer from your low GPA, maybe improve your GPA, and if not that, at least divert it to the awesome things you've done. All right, team, good luck. Hopefully you get your awesome job because of this. Hopefully it helps you improve your GPA. If not that, helps you at least become super awesome by starting something new.